I totally weren't dancing. I weren't. Hello! Hello! I'm Alan. This is Creative Fuel. And today I'm going to deep dive into my thoughts on making money and money secrets of YouTube. Now, I've been on YouTube for around about 15 years on and off. I currently consult for a handful of clients where these silver play buttons have to come from. I've used a lot of softwares, and the bottom line when it comes to YouTube is that if you're unable to pay your bills, then you'll be unable to create content. Now, does this mean that you have to dedicate yourself 100% to YouTube no matter what, living the pauper's life, hoping that some form of art grant will fall out of the sky? Or do you have to work a full-time job, 9 to 5, or maybe even more, busting your hump, and then coming to YouTube to try and do something with your side hobby? I'm here to tell you that you can live somewhere in the middle. Now, I personally make my money from clients, YouTube, affiliate revenue, YouTube, and stuff that I've built up over time. I'm not saying that you're going to get that from day one. It took me a good 5-6 years to make enough money to support myself, let alone a family. Hello, 𝗙𝗲𝗁𝗂𝗃𝗲. Nice to meet you. So what I want you to do is consider these options when integrating them into your content. And it does scale over time. Obviously, if you're starting a YouTube channel today, then you'll only have one video, you might not be monetized, and it takes a while. Now, my main channel has over, I don't know now, 70 odd thousand subscribers and possibly 1,000, if not 1,200 odd videos. I've been doing this for a very long time. As you can see here you go, technical wizardry. And it goes up and down. The last couple of months, it's made me about $300 per month. And in the past, it's made me as much as $1,200, $1,300, $1,400 per month. Depending on how well the videos are doing, how much effort you're putting in, and what kind of ecosystem you're currently in. So obviously, we're in March now. The ad revenue starts to rise a little bit, but you get most of your ad revenue by the end of the year in, say, October, November, December. Why? Halloween, Thanksgiving, the lead up to Christmas, that kind of thing. So today I'm going to step you through the importance of having some form of revenue, the importance of integrating it now at the start, and understanding how scaling over time will help you. Okay. Now, as I've said, I've got around about 1,200 videos on my main channel, but I also started a video project recently for my weight loss, in which the channel itself isn't monetized. It's got 144 subscribers over the last 6 weeks, but I have been able to refer 2 people already to an affiliate link that's helped me make 80 quid, which has helped towards medication and stuff like that. So you don't have to be a big channel to start making money, to start helping yourself. You just have to align the sponsors to the story that you are telling. Obviously, if I'm talking about weight loss and there's a link to skydiving, there's a disconnect there. So you need to make sure that you're pulling the right audience and you're giving them the right offer that they are looking for, the thing that they need. Now, first step is obviously AdSense. For everyone that's been on this platform for a while, you'll know how that works. But if you're new, I'll step you through it. You need 4,000 hours of public watch time and 1,000 subscribers to be fully monetized on the YouTube platform. Now, I know for some people that sounds like a lot, and it sounds like miles and miles and miles away. And I can appreciate that, and I can empathize with you. My very first YouTube channel that I did many years ago took a good 14 months to get monetized. And even then, it wasn't really making much. It's making £20-30 per month at most. I then monetized my main channel that I have now. And that, once again, took just over a year and a half. Now, the things that you need to focus on when it comes to that kind of thing is, if your aim is to get monetized via AdSense, then you need to focus on growing that subscriber base, engaging with other people, having a look at networks and communities that you can tap into without spamming them, engaging and swelling your community, replying to the comments, asking them how they are. Like you're watching now. Hello. Tell me who you are, what you're doing, where you're watching from. Because I truly want to know. Why? Because, hey, it builds up community, and also it kind of builds that connection. Hopefully you can trust me with my weirdness. And then also you ask me questions, and those questions I can turn into videos and content. And that's the same with any video, any channel, in any niche. Once people start replying to your videos, you need to understand how much of a momentum grower that happens to be. So many people will watch videos, sit there and do nothing, or they'll passively ingest the content. Okay. If people are actively engaging, liking, commenting, sharing, it shows that you gave them something, an emotive urge in some way, shape, or form. You made them feel something, whether it's like fun, whether it's entertainment, whether you've taught them something, whether you've shared an emotional story with them that they can connect with. Okay, so building that initial 4,000 hours and 1,000 subscribers seems hard, but it is worth the effort. Okay, now it isn't the be all and end all. You can have a small channel that isn't monetized that still makes money. Okay, AdSense certainly helps, but the larger you get, the more you realize that AdSense isn't the biggest. A good example of this is that if you're trying to jump through hoops and avoiding those yellow play button, the yellow icons, you have to limit your vocabulary and stuff like that. That might shade your opinions. That might have you shade away from topics that you'd love to discuss, that you've got a lot of experience in talking about, but you feel that you can't touch upon because that might get that video demonetized. You might get it age restricted, which then lowers your growth of the channel. It lowers your reach of that content. Okay. And it can be very hard. Now, it could be that you are, yes, exploring World War II. Okay. Now, in this case, you're not doing anything wrong. You're talking about history. You're educating people. It just happens to be a very gruesome time in our life. Now, you're not going out your way to deliberately be inflammatory. Okay. If anything, you're just telling the truth. And in the process, YouTube goes, that's a bit gory. Yellow. Here's your restricted. Here's your age gated. Now, one way around this is figuring out an affiliate that you can lean upon. Now, in cases of educational channels such as World War II Explored, for example, I'm not picking on you. You just happen to be active. Hello. You could have a look at things that would connect to your audience. Is it a few books that are on Amazon that you can link to? Is it a educational platform? I can't remember what it's called. Simon Whistler talks about it a lot. But there's educational platforms out there that you could start the story of explaining how ammunitions and war was generated, and then you could go over here to 𝗙𝗂𝗄𝗃 or whatever it happens to be. I can't remember the name of it. I really can't. But basically, it's an online streaming service that talks about educational content. Now, you could also have a look at other affiliates within those niches, whether it's streaming, whether it's books, whether it's photographs, whether it's photograph restoration, whether it's history books, whether it's tests, that kind of thing. The reason I'm suggesting that is that you need to figure out the thing that would harmonize with your audience. So on my weight loss channel, for example, I not only have an affiliate link that goes to the company that I buy my weight loss medication from, which then earns me some kind of discount on my own medication in the long run for every person that I refer. But I've also got links to a a meal prep company that I'm currently testing. Like 𝗙𝗿𝗲𝗁𝗏, 𝗙𝗂𝗲𝗃𝗲, that kind of thing. The reason for this is it is relevant to my audience. It's something that I personally use, and I can then say that, yes, I may be talking about this thing that might get me like restricted or demonetized, but what's really helpful is that blah, 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 meal prep down below. Okay, that's the things that I am eating, or that's the exercise that I am doing, or those are the activities that I'm doing with my kids, or whatever. Okay, dependent on your niche. Okay, you could be talking about anxiety and depression, and there could be books and exercises, and there could be meditation apps and stuff like that. So think in your head, based on your channel, what's the things that you think would help or augment your content if you was to include it. Go out and find an affiliate that can do that for you, and then post the links down below in your own videos. Now, you can also do this wonderful thing with Creative Fuel in itself, where we have in the dashboard, I say when clicking on the wrong link, in the dashboard, here you go. As you can see here, you've got all of your video ideas here. On the left-hand side, you've got monetization. Okay, you can either browse the full directory of stuff that you want to do, or you can search by topic. So once again, let's use weight loss, maybe. Okay, it will now search that database for me, and then I can use that as a jumping off point. I can go off and find their affiliate programs, or I can check out their products and services, or I can even reach out to the company directly. So for example, here, for weight loss, there is Amazon affiliates, Share a Sale, ClickBank, Commission Junction. All of these seem to be infrastructure that helps them find other products and services in themselves. That's perfectly fine. Alternatively, you can, online businesses, click search once again. So I could be talking about business, productivity, growing a business, my specific business, my story of being an entrepreneur. And when I find a product and service that I know that I use, whether it's a scheduling app, whether it's even Creative Fuel, for example, Creative Fuel in itself, we have an affiliate program. You can go up to your search bar up here, and then I believe it's affiliate programs. If not, I might be wrong. Go to the creativefuel.ai website, and there'll be an affiliate program there as well. You can make 50% of every sale that you pass through. So in this case, for example, if I'm talking about business, I've got Wix. Okay, who's promoting it? These are a couple of people that I follow that currently promote these companies. So like if I was promoting a website or promoting a business, you can always build your own website on Wix, and then there's an affiliate program here. Okay, AliExpress, Fiverr, Printify, Coinbase, Canva, Shopify, Binance. So there's always like that directory if you want to find some. Okay, and then if you're worried about how to integrate it, okay, yes, would you World War II explain? Would you use the Brands Connect Media Kit to send to this? Yes, yeah. I mean, you've got to remember, first of all, any media here will help you. Anything that you can send to someone as a visual aid is always helpful, because then that way you can say, look, these are the benefits that I can offer you. this is how I can help you. This is how I can solve your problem of sales or whatever it happens to be. This is if you're emailing them. If they've got an affiliate program that you can sign up for, you can just sign up straight away. Most of them straight away, not without any problem. But if you're pitching, you go, oh, I really like this company. I really think that these could be something that I could promote that really is synergistic. Then you reach out to them and saying, hi, I believe that your audience meshes with mine. I believe that I can promote your services in a beneficial way to you and to me. My channel's this is my kind of click-through rate. This is my kind of audience demographics, male, female, age. That way you can express to them, okay, hey, look, I think I can help. I think that we could work quite well here. And it's always a good step. Now, once you've figured out what you are promoting, we have a new tool that can help you add it to your videos. Now, my biggest problem has always been that I've got 50 billion videos. So when I add a new live stream, a new live streaming service or a new product and service that I want to promote, it takes me a while it would take me a while to manually add. Okay, but we have this wonderful new tool in Creative Fuel that I absolutely love. This is the bulk description editor. Okay, basically, if you've got a link that you want to create, wait for it. It's not going to play ball now, is it? Waiting for it to load for me. Oh no. Playing 𝗙𝗂𝗲𝗁𝗲. Right, what I'll do is I'll come back to this at some point. But basically, the bulk description editor is exactly what it says on the tin. You can go in, you can find your link, you can tell it that you want to bulk add it to a location, and it will go through all of your videos and add it in one go. What I will be doing after this live stream is shouting at the gremlins and poking them. But basically, you can bulk edit titles, descriptions. You can find a line. You can find clumps of text and replace it. So if you're switching out a specific sponsor. But yes, for today, the gremlins have won. And sadly, I won't be showing that to you. But as you can see, you can use the directory to find an affiliate. Go and find the affiliate program, sign up, then add it to the description of your videos. In my case, I've got like 1,000, 1,200 videos. I can update all of my videos in about 5-10 minutes using that bulk editing tool. Imagine me having to do that manually. It could literally take weeks. Click, edit, try and find the text, right? It absolutely love the tool. And I wouldn't have it any other way. The other way to make money on YouTube is sponsors. Now, you don't have to be a huge mega channel to get sponsored. You just have to add value to that specific company that you're going to promote. So let's say you've got 200 or 300 really dedicated people that watch your videos and they really love painting, and there's a local company that does painting sets, and you can promote that specific thing, or a beginner's guide kind of thing. If you're learning about crypto, okay, you know nothing about cryptocurrency, but this specific cryptocurrency company has a beginner's course, okay, and you're talking about finances and you're talking about crypto, and you know that course can help them, okay, your audience could be the beginners that they are hunting for that they can't seem to find. You can act as a funnel towards the beginner's course, okay. So what you need to do is think about what value you offer them. It doesn't have to be that you can have hundreds of thousands of views. It doesn't mean that you have to have hundreds of thousands of subscribers. You just have to have a potent offer. Okay. So once again, going back to my analogy of my weight loss channel, because I'm vlogging my my weight loss, and I'm choosing to be open and candid and honest about how I'm doing it, what medications I happen to be on, what meal plans I'm doing, okay? Because they're seeing me lose this weight, because they're seeing me go through this in an honest and open way, they can then see, oh, and he gets it from that link, and he gets his food from here. And because that's literally show and tell, this is literally the before and literally the after, not a theoretical idea of how it worked. You know, like training for a marathon. Okay, right at the start, you'll be doing the research of what's the best shoes to wear. Is there a specific pattern of breathing? Is there best electrolytes that I should go with? Here's the training. These are the things that are hurting me. These are the things that are helping me. Okay. And as you learn and go along the way, you can promote those products and services, or you can talk to a club. So, for example, a running club that's local. And you can like, hey, if you like this, I run with, for example, around where I live, there's the 𝗙𝗂𝗏𝗃𝗲 or 𝗧𝗢𝗿𝗃𝗏. They're a running club that run on a Monday and a Thursday. So if you started running or learning to run, you could go to that club, or you could get sponsored by that club that then promotes that club, that builds brand awareness, that lets people know that they exist in the first place. And if you're able to be a micro influencer for them, then you will grow with them. And as they grow, you will grow. And there's that symbiotic relationship, okay, where they trust you, and then you can push towards that group or that product or that services, and they can trust that product and service. Sponsors, you will need to reach out to. Unless they come to you, sponsors are normally the ones that you'll need to pull some kind of media kit together, which you can do. There's Brand Connect under the Earn page on the YouTube channels, or you can go to Canva and make your own. Literally go to Canva, type in like media kit, sponsor kit, rate sheet, that kind of thing, and then you can fill in those kind of details, and that will help you pull the data from YouTube. Sponsors, however, are kind of feast and famine. Unless you're lucky enough to find ones that hook, it can be a bit of a pain to go out and chase them. But I tend to find that once I get sponsors, they tend to stick with me for an extended period of time. Or you could do really, really well with an affiliate scheme that proves that you have some kind of push engagement, and then you reach out to that company saying, hey, I would like to do sponsored content for you, official sponsored content for you. I've got a friend that has done that fantastically well in the past, where they've started just as an affiliate. They've reached out, and then do you prefer a fixed rate or dollar per mil? Now, I personally like a fixed rate and affiliate arrangement rather than a rate per mil. Why an affiliate arrangement? Because if I place a video and it does really, really well, and it continues to get traffic, then it can build an income over time. I've got an example of this, in fact, myself. This I promoted a live streaming service called 𝗧𝗢𝗗𝗏 a little while ago. Basically, what it is, it's one of those softwares where you can upload a YouTube video or upload any form of media, and it will loop it. So therefore, people can watch 24-hour non-stop meditation or kids' cartoons, that kind of thing. Anything that you think that would loop, lo-fi channels, lo-fi hip-hop music, that kind of thing. Okay, so I've promoted these here, and basically the advantage here is because it's an affiliate program, every time I refer people, I get a slice. If I hook them in, so as you can see here, there's a load of things that says creation. that means that they've created an account, and every time they renew an account is when someone's come back month to month. So I get paid not only for them to sign up, but if they renew month to month and they keep the service, then I get a slice as well. And the more I push there, the more I get. So I currently get a 17% referral, but it initially started at 10%. It also allows me to earn for everyone that I refer underneath me in like a shape, but they're not that kind of company, if you know what I mean. Just basically, if I refer somebody that's also wants to be a referral company, an affiliate, then they kind of thank you that kind of way. Now, I make around about, as you can see here, $700 per month at the moment, and it's certainly scaled. So since I've been with them, I've made $7,500, and they pay out in small chunks that are unlocked over a period of time. And you can see here that they actively pay out. Okay. Once again, another good example of this is Creative Fuel in ourselves. If you go to Creative Fuel, scroll down the website, you'll see that we've got an affiliate program there that pays 50% of everyone that you sign up. And that includes recursive monthly fees for everything that you sign up as well. So that's why I prefer an affiliate program, because I've done a lot of the hard work. That video I make sits there. I've got a video that's a how-to tutorial on how to use that software, and it got 60,000, 70,000 views, and it continues to get 200-300 views a day. And let's say one person signs up every day or every couple of days, then it slowly trickles it in. And I've made that video a year ago, and it still makes me money now. If I'd asked for just a set fee, I wouldn't have made those residuals. And if I did per mil, then I may have underrated myself, because I might not have expected that video to have got 60,000 views. So I like a small kind of deposit fee, and then a good affiliate rate that I can continue to promote, especially if it's connected to my niche. Some people prefer otherwise. I, on the other hand, have a retainer agreement with a few of my clients where I'm there as their kind of social media mastermind, or for a period of time, I used to have an agreement with a red and white brand where it was relevant, I would name drop their product and service, and then that way it would also help filter people into their product and service. So yeah, sponsors can be a little bit harder. The one thing that you can do is control your own product and service. If you can't think of something that you would funnel someone to, you can create your own ebooks, digital products, online courses, physical products. A good example of this is if you go to print-on-demand services, then they will automatically print them for you, like Spreadshirt, Teespring. If you want printed merch, you upload the design. If someone buys it, they print it and they send it out. I also do affiliate. I also do words, Alan. Words would really work well. I also do ebooks on Amazon, as you can see here. What I do is I find a niche that I like to write about. I then create ebooks based on those topics or based on my experiences. Okay. And then I upload them as ebooks and paperback books and even hardback books. And once again, if they're sold on Amazon, you know, one of the largest websites online, then I get a percentage of it. I don't have to physically hold the goods. It's just sent out that way. And I can connect that to my YouTube channel using a Shopify store, or if you have a store link in general. You can see here this month so far, I've made $17, and as you can see here, it's pushed internationally. So Denmark, UK, Italy, Germany, Australia, and then I've got a few here. So like £8, 40 quid, £2. So over time, like I'll make 30, 40 pounds a month on that. And in the last year, I've made about, I would say, £300-400 fairly passively. Once I've uploaded the ebooks. Fourth wall, 1, 2, 3. There's a fourth wall with all the monkeys. So, for example, if you're talking about World War II and you wanted to talk about the weaponry involved, or the biggest battles, or the biggest failures, or the weirdest things, you know, like rat bombs and chicken landmines, or whatever it happens to be. If you wanted to make books on those, then you can do. You then upload them, and then you can link them down below. So today was all about the biggest tanks. These are my favorite. If you want to learn more about the Sherman tank, there's an ebook down below. And then that way you're in control of your own thing. You'll get a larger slice of your own product than you will on any form of third-party product and service. But I like to combine all of these, you see. My biggest lesson that I learned in the past was that if you have one income and it disappears, you very quickly have nothing to your name. And that's the same with, say, if you have one job. Now, I am self-employed, but I don't take my income from one specific source. The reason for this is that in the past, if I had it was a web design company, and my web design company failed, I fall over, okay? But if I had a web design company, a YouTube channel, a sponsorship arrangement, an affiliate arrangement, okay, and then I consulted with others and I lost one of them, I could still survive, and my life wouldn't crumble. In fact, I could bear to lose a few. Oh no, YouTube demonetization. And in the process, it gave me a little bit more stability. Once I learned that lesson, I tried to go out there and do as much as I can. So the 𝗧𝗢𝗗𝗃, for example, that makes me $500-600 per month, and then YouTube AdSense $300-400 per month, and then the ebooks $200-300 every now and then affiliate arrangements and consultancy agreements and stuff like that. So you build up and you grow, and then that way you don't have to be stuck in, as I said at the start of this live stream, you don't have to be stuck in the 9-to-5 job, grinding and hating and dreaming, and then coming home and doing more and more video editing work and feeling knackered and tired and feel like it's not going anywhere, and that you wish that you had more time to create content but you can't, or going the other route where you become a starving, hungry artist that has no money but only ever makes YouTube videos to the end of the day until cows come home and stuff like that. You can build up that base in the middle, and if every month you have that little bit of income and you reinvest that income, whether it's making a new book or finding a new sponsor or pushing a new advertisement or making a new video or whatever, then you will grow that base and you'll have a sustainable income stream baseline that will grow underneath you. A good example of this is that my other half and we had a son 4 years ago. That meant that she was unable to work around about 6 months leading up to the birth. She didn't work for 2 years after the birth because my son has special needs. He's autistic. But because I had that baseline, I had a little bit more wiggle room, a little bit more support, a little bit more flexibility. Okay. So building those additional incomes certainly helped. It covers that phone bill, or it covers your rent, and then you can go out and you can do the other things. Okay. At the end of the day, every month I try and add to that baseline. I do something a little bit more. I try and build up over time. I want to earn a little bit more this month than I did 2-3 months ago. That way, if one of the legs fall out, then I've slowly mitigated that, if that makes sense. Okay, that's the core thing that you need to focus on when it comes to making money on YouTube. You understand that it's not just Mr. Beast money from one person out of nowhere. You can't just rely on AdSense alone, because in all honesty, it's good for small to medium YouTube channels. Okay, it's certainly helped me over the years. I've made, I don't know, $10,000-$20,000 off of YouTube over the last 3-4 years, but $20,000 isn't a yearly wage. Okay, so think of how you can support yourself, and think of how you can augment that, and then just grow as much as you can. Okay. In the meantime, I am 𝗙𝗂𝗲𝗁. This is Creative Fuel. If you want to understand, if you want to learn how to use Creative Fuel, how to maximize your views, get some banging YouTube viral titles, have a look at the kind of framework and templates that you'd want to build your next viral video off of, then check out 𝗙𝗲𝗃𝗲. There's a link here and in the description down below. There's also one pinned in the chat. That's also, as I said earlier, the place where you can find a very, 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 very in-depth list of potential affiliates and sponsors that you can go through. And that can be your starting stepping stone to go out and finding that first, second, third thing that you can push people out to start building that baseline, start making money online. Until next time, go out there, start creating. Your next big viral video is just one click away.